Take a second, sit back, close your eyes, and reminisce about 2017, 2018. During that time, 6ix9ine could not drop a song without it going crazy. I'm talking millions of views in a day. But let's fast forward to 2025, and now 6ix9ine's getting his jewelry, designer bags, watches, cars, even YouTube plaques repossessed by the IRS because he's millions and millions of dollars in debt. Listen, gang, I'm about to tell y'all how the most disrespectful rapper ever in history went broke from beginning to end. What it do is your boy CBE Frank, and I make music related content like this all the time. I post at least once a week, so if you want to stay in the loop, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Get in those comment sections because I read all the comments. You feel me? Let's get it. Now look, twin, before 6ix9ine broke out into the music scene and became a mega star, he was already a controversial rapper. You know what I mean? He was like the first rapper we ever seen with rainbow color hair. Like, for real, I don't think I could ever think of another rapper that had rainbow color hair. He's the first rapper to come out with 6ix9ine tatted all over his body. You feel me? Like, thinking back, that's creepy. He had some, like, he had a reason. Here's the reason why he had the 6ix9ine all over his body.
6 and 9.
No, what do you?
Oh, I see 9.
I see 6. Right? What do you see?
6.
What I see?
9.
What did you see before?
9.
What did I see?
6.
All right, so you literally just put yourself in my shoes, right? Mm-hmm. To see what I saw. If you put yourself in my shoes and you in your shoes, if you just take the time to look at it from my perspective, it doesn't mean that you're right and I'm wrong. It doesn't mean that I'm wrong and you're right.
But that shit was still weird, you feel me? And he was claiming blood. Shout out my Dom moves, power rules, all that. And now in 2025, that ain't abnormal. You feel me? But back then, in 2017, 2018, he was the first person to ever look like a real life troll dog and be claiming blood, but have real gangsters behind him. Like, he had real steppers behind him. I'm talking about stepping so much their feet hurt. You know what I'm saying? But that boy 6ix9ine really starting to blow up when he did the song with Trippie Redd called Pose. That was the first time fans of the hip hop culture really got a real look at 6ix9ine. You know what I'm saying? Before then, nothing he did kind of took off or nothing like that. Trippie Redd just started a bubble, and he was like a SoundCloud rapper that was actually bubbling at the time. And they also signed to the same label. You know what I'm saying? At that time it was, not now. In the same year he did that song with Trippie Redd, he dropped the song that put him on a map that made 6ix9ine Gumbo. Got the blicky up, icky with the sticky up. I ain't gonna lie, when that shit first hit though, it was like on some funny, hilarious shit. It was tough on some funny, hilarious shit. Like, but the crazy part is, this was the same year when he dropped Gumbo. He had to go to court for a video that he was in with an underage girl. Now, I say underage girl because at the time of the recording of the video, 6ix9ine was 18, and the video got him, a girl, and some other dudes. They all in this apartment somewhere in New York. Somebody pulled out a phone while she was eating her meal, if you get what I'm saying. She was eating. Eat her. All right, to be serious, someone pulled out a camera while she was eating, and apparently that video of her eating got online. When it got online, the girl that was in the video, mom, ended up seeing the video. The victim mom then decides to file a criminal complaint on that video and the people that was in the video. And the crazy part about it though, these videos got online because 6ix9ine posted these videos on his Instagram, which is crazy. It was like, why would you post a video of somebody eating online that you didn't get the okay for them to post? Ain't that like revenge porn or something like that? Something? I don't know. But 6ix9ine ended up posting the video online, and that's how the mom ended up finding out about the video. Them boys eventually caught up with 6ix9ine. Now when the Johnnies caught up with 6ix9ine, 6ix9ine would tell the boys that he only posted the video to Instagram to make his rapper image look cooler. But he also told the boys that when he walked into the apartment, the girl was already there, and she asked him how old he was. He told her 18. He assumed, based on her asking him that question and how she was acting in the room and moving and all that, that she had to be way older than 18. So he didn't bother to ask her how old she was. When all this was going down, this will also be the first time that we see 6ix9ine and Academics start their bromance. When 6ix9ine and Academics did their legendary interview, but Bogus and Cap interview at the same time. And the reason why I say it's Bogus and Cap is because they try to downplay the charges that 6ix9ine was really facing.
So it's lit, like niggas recording, having a good time, like
So,
No, Tekashi 6ix9ine personally.
Was she actually 19?
No, she wasn't.
How
She
old was she?
wasn't. I don't know her exact age. I think she was like 14.
And what was really going on. They try to spin the narrative. And charges like that ain't no spinning the narrative, gang. Like, I want to know what the facts. I don't like that covering up, no. You feel me? And when you look back, and when you look at this interview, look at the title. Even in the title, they got the dates wrong. They tried to say that the charges was from 2014. If the charges was from 2014, that would have made 6ix9ine 17, not 18. You feel me? After this interview, though, that's when we would see Academics and 6ix9ine really become a dynamic duo. I mean, they was like Shaq and Kobe. You had a rapper that was going viral every other week, and then you had the biggest hip-hop blogger on YouTube defending everything 6ix9ine did. Anytime 6ix9ine said something, anytime 6ix9ine did anything, anytime 6ix9ine picked a booger, Academics was tweeting about it, going live, posting about it. It was going crazy during that time. Like, no one can stop them. You feel me? They had all the influence and the clout at this time. But even with all that happening and 6ix9ine doing all that trolling and deflecting on the real situation, he still ended up pleading guilty to the charges and was sentenced to 3 years of probation. Now, during this time when other interviewers like Charlamagne and God would ask him about these charges, he simply said that he only pled guilty because he was scared.
Did you plead guilty? You pled guilty, right?
I pled guilty like this quick, blood.
Why?
I was scared, blood. I didn't have no money. I was poor. Like, this was 3. I wasn't rapping. Like, I wasn't on some like hot shit.
But I ain't gonna lie though, like for real, like while I'm in the middle of making this video, I'm just thinking back and I'm like, I'm still tripping off how he was able to blow up the way he blew up and do it so long. Like, it took the cops to lock him and everybody he was with for him to like really lose his momentum. He was out here playing with real gangsters and had real gangsters behind him. That is crazy. I don't respect none of the writing he did, but I'm not a hater at the same time. I gotta give props for props, dude. He did that. He did his big one with that one. But let's continue to break down how Master Splinter went broke. So after that Breakfast Club interview, we started to see people really trying to test 6ix9ine. You feel me? He had a couple of video shoots in LA that got shot up. Even one that Kanye was at got lit up. You feel me? He ended up running into Slim 400 and his homies outside of like Complex Con or something like that. We got the incident with Casanova when they started dissing each other. Casanova tried to fight him, and after Casanova tried to fight 6ix9ine, Casanova and 6ix9ine crew got into a Pokemon fight at the Barclays. Then we can't forget about the famous airport fight at LAX with 6ix9ine and some dudes from Texas or something like that. And then his luck finally ran out on November 18, 2018, when 6ix9ine and the 9 Trey Bloods got arrested. Treyway on racketeering charges. And we all know what happened after that. Now, Master Splinter, who was facing 50 years, ended up telling to take a plea deal and only serving 2 years. And he didn't have to serve the whole 2 years because he got out early in 2020 because of COVID. After snitching, he came right home and went on Instagram and had, I ain't gonna lie, one of the most legendary lives ever. And I say legendary because he had over 1 million people tuning in to see him go live after he got out of jail. That's crazy. You feel me? It's people that come home and stood tall, can't even get 5 people on their live after they come home from jail. This man had 1 million after telling. I ain't gonna lie, ever since 2020, all the snitches been winning. But you know, that's a whole nother video in itself. Snitch 9 will go on to drop a couple of music videos, and they went kind of crazy when he first came out of jail. Not gonna lie, he was still talking tough. He was taking the trolling to a whole nother level, like standing on the fact that he was actually a rat. But after a while, that gimmick got old, and nobody was checking for that no more. It was almost like, bro, we get it. You're a rat. You snitch. You feel me? Like, we don't care no more. Especially after people stopped responding to him, stopped going back and forth with him on the internet. He had nobody to feed off of, to get energy from, clout from, attention off of. Now, one thing outside of dissing people that 6ix9ine would brag about was the amount of views that he got on his music videos. Because mind you, in 2017, 18, when he was the newest thing on the market, he was getting 3, 4, 5 million views within 5 hours. After that first 2 to 3 months, he couldn't brag about his views no more. His last 2 albums he dropped, Lena Viva and Blackball, both of them went triple copper. After that, 6ix9ine was only left to flex his money. He started flexing that he had more money than all your favorite rappers. Constantly was showing millions of dollars and 20s and 100s and 50s. He was giving out Birkin bags to random females. He was going crazy during this time. I'm talking about spending a bag every other week. You'd have thought this man was Jeff Bezos, how much money he was spending. But little did we all know, he was really burning burn a hole in his pockets. It got so bad, even his manager, Wack 100, had to call him out for being so broke. Wack said he had to give 6ix9ine $20 for gas just to make it to the studio. 6ix9ine also during this time got sued by his former security team for unpaid fees. His lawyers also sued him for the same exact reasons. That's crazy not paying your lawyers. They help you get off, bro. That's kind of crazy. And then Rumble ended up suing that boy after he scammed this viral YouTuber named Steve Will Do It. But the thing that really poisoned this rat's pockets was when he was ordered to pay this stripper $10 million after he threw a bottle at her in the club. Now let me explain. 6ix9ine didn't really throw the bottle at a stripper. Apparently 6ix9ine was in his club. He popped bottles, he sectioned, doing it up, doing it big. Somebody in the crowd started yelling that he's a snitch, you know, calling him a rat, antagonizing him. 6ix9ine seen the dude and tried to throw a bottle at him. Apparently he had no aim and completely missed the dude and hit a stripper in the top of her head, causing her to get stitches, surgery, all type of stuff. She ended up suing 6ix9ine. Now 6ix9ine never showed up to court, which we all know doesn't help your case. After not showing up to court multiple times, the judge ordered 6ix9ine to pay her $10 million. After a couple of months that went by and the stripper didn't receive no payments, the judge ordered a court-appointed receiver to go retrieve the assets equivalent to the amount 6ix9ine needed to pay, like his cars, his jewelry, or whatever they can find that's worth value. This ended up getting the IRS involved, and when the IRS got involved, it comes to find out that 6ix9ine has not paid his taxes in over 4 years. That's when you start seeing the viral videos of the IRS going to seize everything at 6ix9ine home in Florida. And when I say the IRS came and they took everything, they took everything. I'm talking about rugs, chains, watches, coats, bags, shoes, cars, plaques, not just music plaques, YouTube plaques too. They even took his grill. Like, who buying his grills? You feel me? That's weird. Don't buy his grills. 6ix9ine came out with a video while he was overseas during this time to explain everything that happened. Shortly after that video was posted, 6ix9ine came back to the States where he was arrested at the airport and now currently in federal custody, waiting on his court date. Now listen here, twin. What y'all think? Y'all think 6ix9ine has a chance to redeem himself, come back, and really be a bona fide star? Let me know down in the comments. And if you like this video and you want to see more, go ahead and check out my channel.